The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball is brought to you by Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Culvers of Lincoln, Grow Incorporated, Squeaky Clean Window Washing, Collision Concepts, Complete Lawn.
Welcome, Railer Nation, and all you fans out there. It is postseason basketball for Lincoln's Lady Rail Splitters. Tonight, the Lincoln Ladies, with a record of 19-12, go for yet another regional championship. It's going to be an uphill battle. They'll face state-ranked Morton with a record of 23-6. This will be the rubber game between these two schools. Morton beat them earlier this year, 60-25, and Lincoln won a thriller at Roy S. Anderson by a score of 52-50. Tonight, I am joined by the Dean of Logan County Broadcasters, Bobby V. Bob Verderber. Bob, you can feel the excitement here in the gymnasium tonight.
I'm so excited to be here. Yes, anytime you're in a game like this against a team like Morton that we beat 52-50, as you said, back at Lincoln, it's always going to be exciting. They're two well-coached teams, and they're at the peak of their game styles, and let's hope that the Lady Railers come out playing like they should.
Bob, Morton had a running clock against East Peoria on Tuesday night here. We saw part of that game, and they looked awfully good. And then Lincoln had a battle with Peoria Limestone in a game that Lincoln was up 8 late in the going and probably could have gone up 10, maybe 12 points, but kind of let them back in the basketball game and then ended up winning 49-47. Mason McLeod was able to stop a last-second shot to help Lincoln to the victory. And tonight, I think we're going to have a barn burner here tonight. If the girls bring the intensity that we have seen the last half of the year, this is going to be a barn burner against Morton tonight.
Well, you know, what they showed me in that last game, Jay, was they had the early lead, and then Limestone came back, and they led for most of the way, but we put it in, as you say, we put it in all 8 cylinders, and we were able to pull ahead of them. As you said, we were up 45-37, but we had trouble at the free throw line. Got to hit the free throws tonight. As you remember, against Springfield, we were 21 out of 22, so we can do it.
And we can put points. This Lincoln team can put points on the board. We saw that against Springfield. Had 64 at the end of regulation, ended up with 72 points. They have been able to put some points on the board this year. But as you said, missed 8 free throws in the final quarter against Limestone the other night. Hey, you hit half those free throws. We're not even talking about a last-second shot.
Yeah, and we're supposed to be talking about the list. The number one thing on the list is going to be the defense. They're going to have to be a wolf pack, a bunch of she-wolves. They're going to have to go at them, and they're going to have to tear them up on defense. And number 2, they're going to have to play quick but smart on offense. That's going to be the key to the game. And then, as I mentioned, of course, the free throws.
There's Bobby's Me Realty list of the game, whether you're buying or selling. Check the listings at Me Realty, online at merealty.com. We appreciate Me Realty sponsoring the list of the game all year long here on WLCN 96.3 FM. A word out to you listeners and watchers out there. Because of the National Federation of High School Network, we are not allowed to live video the game. Connor will have video during timeouts, pregame video during halftime, but we are not allowed to live video any action here. So, hey, what do you care? You want to listen to us anyway. If you're watching some video stream somewhere else, turn the sound down. You got the A-team here tonight between me and Bobby V.
Yeah, Jay, my daughter Jackie down in Benton, what she's doing, you got to pay to listen to see that, but then, as you said, you can turn down the sound and listen to us.
Lincoln comes into this game with a record of 19-12, averaging 51.8 points on offense and giving up 42-7 on defense. defense. In the last game against Morton, Lily Holmes had double figures. She had 10 points. Mia Clark had 18, and McKinley Knapp during that game had 18. But, Bob, as you and I talked off air, Emma Hutchinson might have been the story of that basketball game. The little sophomore came in during the third quarter and nailed 2 crucial threes to help Lincoln to that 52-50 victory.
Yeah, she's a very exciting player. She's a sophomore, and she's not shy about it. She'll just pull up and shoot it. It's no problems at all. You know, you mentioned our record there. There's probably no other team in the state, no other program in the state that has 98 wins in the last 3 years.
I would say that's probably true. Of course, Morton comes in ranked number 4, at least they were the last time I saw, ranked number 4 in girls 3 in the girls 3A poll. They play in the Mid-Illini Conference, which includes the number 1 ranked Washington Lady Panthers. In fact, they've lost to Washington this year. They lost to St. Ignatius College Prep. They also lost to Pleasant Plains, somewhat surprisingly, although Pleasant Plains is a very good basketball team and handed Lincoln a big loss down at Pleasant Plains. In the first game that we played over at Morton, Paige Selke had 17. She is one fine-looking sophomore. Abby Van Meenen, the Van Meenen sisters are going to be tough tonight. Abby Van Meenen had 10 against us, and Morton made 10 three-pointers during that basketball game. And, Bob, as you said earlier, the defense is going to have to come out and basically just play like animals.
Yeah, because this is a big, strong team. The sophomore Van Meenen is 6 foot, and then they go 5'10", 5'10", 5'9", very strong on the inside. If they don't have the shot on the inside, they've got a bunch of three-point shooters. They just kick it outside and fire the three on you.
Bob, Grace Snyder had probably her best basketball game as a Lady Railer here on Tuesday night. A career-high 12 points. She handled the basketball very well, came through with some clutch buckets and some clutch free throws as well. She's going to have to be strong with the basketball tonight, especially since the fact that during the Morton game over at Morton earlier in the year, they really pressured her very hard, and she ended up having several turnovers because Morton basically put 2 people on her much taller and much longer than she is. She's going to, if they start that again, she's going to have to recognize the double teams and get rid of the basketball to somebody else.
I'm very proud of Grace Schneider. Schneider's, that's a renowned name in Lincoln Rail Splitter history. Her uncle Mike played for the 73 team with Norm Cook. Her father Brad played with Brian Cook back in the day, back in '98. So the Schneiders are they're not, they know about these pressure games. They know how to come in and they know how to play the point guard.
And Ella Schneider, the little sister, also plays on the JV team, has been bumped up to the varsity this year. So you're right, Schneider is a common name around Lincoln and Logan County, very familiar with basketball. In fact, there was a Leah Schneider that played about 20 years ago on the Lady Railer team, wasn't it? And she was pretty good. She was pretty good sized.
She was, yes. You're right. The Lady Rail Splitters have had a pretty good history, and here we are in the regional championship again on the road, and this is an historic gym here at Peoria High School. I always like rolling in here because you can just feel the history here. Some great basketball players that came through here.
Bob, Lincoln's going to have to shoot the basketball much better tonight than they did on Tuesday night. Lincoln got shots, but they just would not go down. Finally, in the third quarter there, Mason McLeod was able to get a couple of threes to go down. I think Mia Clark may have gotten a 3 to go down. And really, Limestone really didn't have much of an answer, though, when McKinley Knapp got the ball inside. McKinley's going to be crucial to tonight. They need to establish an inside game early on, and then they can play inside out.
Yeah, McKinley's got to be careful. She can't get in foul trouble. She had a couple of ticky-tack fouls to start the ball game last time, and we've got to keep her out of foul trouble. I'm watching in the warm-ups. Grace Schneider working on her free throws at the free throw line, and, of course, Mason McLeod getting fed in the corner shooting those three-point shots.
Lincoln's not very deep. Morton is much deeper than what Lincoln is. Bob Becker can go about 10 deep if he wants to. So Lincoln's going to have to watch. They can't get in foul trouble against this team, Bobby V, because they just don't have the depth off the bench to do so.
No, on the offense we play quick and smart. Defense you can't reach.
And that's been one of the Achilles for the Lady Railers, is they tend to reach, and that's where they end up getting a lot of those what we would call tic-tac fouls.
So we're 4 minutes and 45 seconds away from game time. As we said, you can feel the tension here in the gymnasium. Lincoln with a pretty good following. A lot more people showed up to watch them play tonight, and I'm glad they did. And you'll get to listen to Jay and myself bring you the game, and fasten your seatbelts.
Morton's got a pretty good crowd filing in here as well. It ought to be a good crowd here tonight at Peoria High School. They call it the Lion's Den, and it certainly is. As you can see, they've got how many state championships sitting down there on their court? There are 5 state championships sitting down there on their court. And Bobby and I remember very well that 1977 tournament trail where, unfortunately, Lincoln Lincoln got derailed on the tournament trail down at the Armory in overtime against Springfield Lanphier, a team they had already beaten twice and probably should have beaten the third time as well.
Yeah, that was a funny interview by Jim Ash. Years later, he interviewed Bob Nika, and he said, how'd you do against Chuck Badurba? He said, well, he only had 99 points in 3 games. And Jim said, what kind of defense did you play on him? He said everybody had to have their foot in the lane.
But, if I remember right, Chuck had a big game against Lanphier down at the Armory. I think he got his number again that night. I can't remember how many times Chuck scored his number, which was 34.
Probably a dozen.
And that was only the second, if I remember right, that was only the second or third game back of that year because he'd been out with a knee injury earlier, came back against Danville at home and put in 17, as that was John Lauer's career night where he got 40, which might have been more points than he scored in the entire season.
That was an exciting time for rail splitter basketball. On the other side of the ledger, you had our good friend Jan Bowers, a Hall of Famer, along with my sister Barbara, a Hall of Famer, Stacy Cook, you had Pam Richard, you had Pam Alsop, you had Gail McRoberts. So in that era, in the 78, 79, 77, in that era, we had great basketball players on both sides, the boys and the girls.
I think sometimes the history of the Lady Railer program gets overlooked. There have been some fine players and some fine teams. The team that Kaylin Froby, which is Chloe's older sister, played on, they got to the super sectional, got derailed by Highland, but they had some good years. You had the Steph Reichley years, which you and I were talking off air. There was some serious talent on those teams of Steph Reichley's 4 years.
Well, my favorite thing about the Steph Reichley years was Kim McEwen. She would come up after the game, and I would interview her after the game. It was hilarious. She would come up, and I'm surprised she didn't get a career in radio.
So the post game was done with Kim McEwen as a player, huh?
Yeah, she'd come up after the game, and we put the headset on her and talk to her for as long as we could. We didn't want to upset Ed too bad.
there have been a lot of good young players that have come through the Lincoln Lady Railer program, and it looks like the well has not yet run dry because, Bobby, there was a 7th grade West Lincoln Broadwell state championship team of girls out there, and it looks like more talent getting ready to funnel through the Lincoln Lady Railer program.
No doubt. Undefeated, coached by our own Brad Schneider. So that was a lot of fun, a big season for them, and I believe the boys also won.
Yeah, the boys 7th grade won, and boys 8th grade was playing for a state championship. I don't know. Have they played for that state championship? I can't remember.
I think they have somewhere along the line. When me and you come to town, they beef up the security guards here.
I noticed that. Boy, they must, if it was bad enough the other night when we left here against Limestone, they had, 10, 12 security guards out on the floor. And I think they're getting more of them here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Connor's a sleeper. Maybe he's the one that's causing all the problems.
It could be. I think
he looks like a nice guy.
He looks like a nice kid, but the hat, it could be, that maybe there's some sort of gang thing with the hat. I don't know. So I tell you what we're going to do. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We got just a little bit of time before the national anthem is played here tonight. Morton coming off the floor, Lincoln coming off the floor. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball here on WLCN, the voice of Lincoln and Logan County, 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to a shooting that occurred on December 30th, 2024 at approximately 7 to 8 p.m. in the area of the North Jefferson Street near the Logan County Fairgrounds. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a small caliber gunshot. At this time, no description of a suspect was given. If you have any information on this crime, please contact the Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward of up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer Basketball, a proud tradition.
I'll tell you what, Claudette back at the studio, she timed that perfectly. We are back here at the Lions Den, both teams in front of their respective benches. Lincoln will be the visitors tonight. They'll wear the traveling green uniform with numerals in white trimmed in red. Morton will be in their tighty-whities tonight. Bobby V, let's have the starting lineups, if you will.
Grace Schneider at one guard. Where's the number 3? She'll run the point for the Lady Rail Splitters. The first lady out in green. Number 11, that is Mason McLeod, the three-point ace. We're going to need plenty of her three-pointers tonight. Number 15, Piper Whiteman. She is a guard forward. She can also play the point for us. Number 25, Mia Clark, one of our top scorers. She can hit the three. She can drive the lane. And number 31, the lady down in the paint, McKinley Knapp, number 31. She's a senior. Whiteman's a senior. Let's hope they can pull it off and play another game for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Large crowd from Morton here. They rise up for their starting lineups.
First one out is Katie Brock. She wears the number 0. She's a senior. Then it's going to be number 2, Julia Laufenberg. She's a senior. Number 24, and that is Abby Van Meenen, and she is the 6-foot sophomore. And then we have her sister, Ellie Van Meenen. She is a senior. She wears the number 25. And the lady that Jay mentioned, who's quite a ball player herself, is Paige Selke. She wears the number 31, and I believe she's only a sophomore. So they've got a very good lineup. The Lady Rail Splitters are going to have to come with their A game tonight.
Morton is tall and long. They can shoot the basketball. They'll get after you defensively. And Lincoln, Bob, we talked about that. Lincoln's going to have to eliminate you. You've got to minimize empty possessions. You cannot have turnovers. You've got to get at least a shot out of every possession.
You will. Lincoln's the Cinderella team tonight, and she's going to have to keep her slipper on to win this game tonight.
So McKinley Knapp going to tap it up at center circle against Abby Van Meenen. We'll call Abby Van Meenen Abby and Ellie Van Meenen Ellie, and the tap up, and it goes to Morton. Brock has it in the backcourt. Right, left side Laufenberg, back out front Brock.
Good pressure by the Lady Railers. They're coming out on him.
In the corner, Ellie. She'll drive baseline. Ellie spin move. They're looking inside Selke. They go inside to Abby. Left side Laufenberg. They're being patient.
Good look on that Lincoln defense. They gave Van Meenen the shot there, but she didn't take it.
Ellie, shot out of the corner. That's a 3 by the lefty, up and good. They draw first blood, 3-0. Morton being very patient, and now they're going to put on a full court press. Stolen by Laufenberg in the backcourt. Laufenberg, Van Meenen, Ellie again. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Piper tried to seal out. Abby hooked her up, no good. Rebound. Abby gets it over the back, no call. Battle for the rebound on the floor. Selke's got it. Brock, Abby, 10-footer up, partially blocked, no good. Nobody there for the rebound from Lincoln, and it comes to Whiteman, and a jump ball is called, and it'll go Lincoln's way.
Now Lincoln's got to play quick and smart. Now they've got to break that press. They got to use their press breaker.
Morton pressing all over the court.
Ellie Van Meenen had that first 3.
They go into Schneider. Grace had it tapped from behind. Whiteman comes out of there with it. Morton starting out in a man-to-man. Schneider works down the left side, goes in the corner. Clark back out front. Schneider. Now Morton switches to almost a 2-3 or matchup zone. Schneider out front against Brock. Passes McLeod. 3 on the way. No good. Off the iron. Whiteman chases it down in the corner. Piper to Mia. Mia against Laufenberg. Back out front, Grace. And Grace had the ball knocked away by Laufenberg. Here comes Brock the other way. Nearly thrown away. She chases it down. Ellie again. Another 3 out front. Up. No good. Selke over the back. No call. And you can hear the Lincoln crowd yell about that. But Lincoln ended up with the rebound. Here comes Whiteman the other way. Right side, Clark. Clark, little spin move out front. Nice pass inside. Knapp up and good. 3-2. 6:08 to go here in the first period.
We played quick and smart there on that one, Jay.
Brock cross timeline. They go inside Selke. Selke over Whiteman up. Short. No good. Brock tapped the rebound out. Clark had it.
All right, the dust had settled, and Lincoln only trails it by 1, and they've got the basketball.
They've got the 5'10 Laufenberg on Schneider, and she's causing her problems. Laufenberg's tall and lean and long. McLeod drives baseline, got herself in trouble to Knapp. Knapp, cross-court Clark, 3 on the way, up, no good, short. Rebound, Abby Van Meenen chases it down.
Clark had a good look, just wouldn't go.
Brock in the corner, Laufenberg. Laufenberg back out front, Brock. They go to Abby. Abby down low, Selke, good play.
Oh.
Selke missed a shot. Selke gets her own board up, no good.
Good
Battle
job
on the
by
floor.
Whiteman on the
Whiteman's knocked to the floor. She'll grab it. It'll be a jump ball.
Piper Whiteman has come to play tonight. Selke had 2 shots underneath, and she couldn't get the baskets on Piper Whiteman.
Laufenberg took a shot in the nose.
No game for the Shy tonight.
No. Whiteman had a 1st and 10 there. They go out front, Laufenberg. Laufenberg, right side, Brock.
Good defense by the ladies. Grace all over her.
Brock drives baseline. Brock on the baseline. Now she's in trouble.
Knapp shut her
Throws
off.
it. Ellie drives baseline. Nice little drive. 10-footer up. No good. Air ball. And that's knocked out by Abby Van Meenen. Bodies all over the place. It's Lincoln basketball.
Nice. We got the call on that. Ladies in the green tonight. The Railer green.
McLeod to inbounds. She'll go into Schneider, and now they're going to try and double team Grace, and Grace avoids the double team. Grace still in the backcourt, looking to get it to somebody. Gets it to Mesa, and a timeout taken by Lincoln. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And Bob, you hate to see Coach having to burn a 30-second timeout this early in the basketball game.
But the good news is we only trail it by 1, 3-2 with 4:49 left in the first quarter. Lincoln came out and they withheld the first barrage of these Morton Potters, and they're in this ball game.
Your independent health insurance agent, Dara Entwistle, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Newly relocated to 620 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-651-8046.
Heartland Bank and Trust Company gives you choices with personal or business checking accounts that fit you. Good people, great account choices. Heartland Bank, member FDIC.
Both teams back on the floor. 4:49 to go here in the first quarter. Lincoln the basketball on the sideline. McLeod gets it inbounds to Clark. Mia will dribble against the press. Morton at a 1-2-2, or actually a 1-2-1-1 zone press. They get it to Schneider across the timeline. Now Grace will set up the offense. She's double teamed out front. Great passing.
Beautiful.
Up and good. Great passing. She got it to Whiteman. Free throw line down to Knapp, and Lincoln burns the press and now leads 4-3. They go inside Selke. Knapp's going to get called for a foul. She reached in, and she did.
Can't do that. Just keep the hands straight up. We don't want to get McKinley in foul trouble early. But Lincoln leads it by 1, 4-3, 4:26 left for the first quarter. And now we've got 3 players checking in for the Morton Potters.
Coming into the basketball game will be number 15, Abby Brooks, a sophomore. 21, Peyton Hayes, a sophomore. Again, they're a very deep basketball team. And number 3, and I don't have her on my roster.
I got her, Claire Sarissa.
Oh, that's Claire Sarissa. They've changed numbers on me. I had her as 40.
Schneider with the rebound. And here she comes on the run out across the timeline in a hurry. Now she'll pull it back out.
Gracie on the run. Whiteman. Piper going to drive it in. Right side Clark. They're watching Mia. Back out front, Grace. And here comes the double team. They get it to Piper. Piper to McKinley. There it is again. Yes. Up and good.
Money in the bank. Great bounce passes by Whiteman. That's what we wanted. We don't want those lobs, and Knapp is cashing in. She's got 6. We lead at 6-3.
Lincoln up 6-3. Clark all over Ellie Van Meenen. In the corner they go. Hayes up, no good.
Air ball.
Rebound McLeod. Mesa to Grace.
They pulled the press off. Here comes Schneider.
I take that back. It was Brooks out of the corner with the air ball to Mesa. Mesa, a wide open 3. Didn't take it. Had Knapp on inside. They go to Mesa again. 3 on the way. Right side, is it, baby? No good. Rebound Hayes will yank it out of there, and here they come the other way.
3:25 left for the first quarter. Ladies lead at 6-3.
They go inside Selke. Nice defense.
Look at
Whiteman on the floor.
Holy
Whiteman.
smokes.
And a jump ball is called.
Whiteman is in there digging and fighting, and it's going to be Lady Rail Splitters basketball. The Red and Green Express lead at 6-3, 3:17 left in the first quarter.
Coming in, Penelope Drake, a freshman, and again, they just reload with 5'9", 6-foot girls. Lily Holmes into the game for the first time. Mia Clark going to take a seat, and Morton going to pull off the press.
Schneider will bring it up for the ladies.
So here we come the other way. Grace across the timeline. Morton now goes to a 1-3-1 zone. They'll switch defenses on you. Schneider, left side Whiteman, going to drive it baseline. Piper tried to thread the needle to McKinley and knocked out of bounds by Morton. It'll stay Lincoln basketball with 3:04 to go here in the first period, and the ladies up 6-3.
Lady Railer's going to have the ball out of bounds. Mason McLeod will trigger underneath her own basket.
Lincoln sets up in a box. Now they go in motion, looking for somebody.
Nice
they get
pass.
it inside. Piper throws it up. Good! Piper Whiteman, and it's 8-3.
Talk about threading the needle. Mason McLeod got the assist from inbounding it. Lincoln up
Nearly
by
a
5.
travel. Oh, Holmes got a paw on that. They get it inside, and Brooks. Hayes now
Look at
out there.
Holmes.
Hayes goes in the corner. Shot out of the corner. Up and no
Air
good.
ball.
Air ball, and a push in the back is going to get called on number 3, Claire Sarissa. That is her first foul, and I think the first foul on Morton.
Jay, we've put the tight shoes on Morton. They thought they were going to walk in here and overpower this Lincoln team. Well, they better think twice. This Lincoln team came to fight tonight.
McKinley Knapp going to take a seat. Mia Clark going to come back in a basketball game, and now here comes Morton with the pressure. You know, Bob.
And they're going to say it's Morton basketball.
Are you kidding me?
They changed the call. Well, we just got to D them up. Ladies lead at 8-3. 2:40.
In the corner they go. Shot Hayes. No good. Air ball.
Another
Ball on
brick.
the floor. Holmes comes out of there with it.
Those threes are under pressure, and they can't hit them.
Neither team shooting well from the outside right now. Schneider across the timeline. Nearly lost the basketball. Left side McLeod. Corner Whiteman. She'll take a 3. No good. Rebound battle for. Morton comes out of there with it. Abby comes out of there with it. Van Meenen up
Turn
the floor.
around.
She going to take it all away? Yep. She runs into Clark.
Tipped away
Great
by
defense
Mia.
by Mia Clark. Here comes Gracie off to the races. Grace down the lane. Throws it up. No. Yes. 10-3 the Lincoln lead. And a timeout taken by Bob Becker. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Holy smokes, Jay Harden. I can't believe it. The Lady Railers came to play. The first time we played them, we led 10-0 after the first quarter. We're up 10-3 now with 2:05 left.
Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100. Find them online at collisionconcepts.com.
Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. For a free estimate or more information, call 217-732-9734.
Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland. Discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Bob, the Morton crowd sitting to our left is kind of in shock right now.
Well, you claimed it before we came on air. You said that the Lady Railers are going to have to play all out. They're going to have to play with desire tonight, and they showed up with it.
Morton inbound. Abby out front. Left side Hayes. Hayes works against Lily Holmes. They go to number 14. That's Drake.
Look at Knapp battle
Drake
down in the paint.
hands it off. They go in the corner. Abby, they're trying to get in motion against Lincoln. They go inside. Abby throws it up, and it rolls around and in.
That's her first bucket. 10-5.
10-5, and pretty good defense there by Mia Clark, not getting a foul. Grace going to drive it in. Grace Clark left side.
Need
Clark
to dial up one of those
into Knapp.
threes.
Knapp. Cross-court pass, Holmes. Nice fake. Baseline drive. Throws it up. Blocked by Van Meenen. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay Lincoln basketball.
Good hustle there by Lily Holmes. She kept it alive. And now Piper Whiteman going to check in. Coach Rohr gives her some last-second instructions. Whiteman got a little breather there. She needs to knock down one of those threes.
McLeod to inbounds. They're looking in the corner for Clark. Pass wasn't there. Lob pass Whiteman. Whiteman right side Schneider. In the corner they go. Mesa, 3 out of the corner. Be there. No. Air ball. Rebound. Mia comes out of there with it. Double team to McKinley. Somebody's open. Whiteman kicked back out Schneider. Now they'll reload.
Just showed good patience there.
Schneider, right side Mesa. They go inside McKinley.
back door.
Had Mia wide open up and no good. Thought she got fouled. And with 1:02 to go, Lincoln still up 10-5. Good ball movement, though, by the ladies.
Look at that defense.
They go inside.
Whiteman.
Great defense by Piper. Knocked it out of bounds.
She just ran out of real estate there on the side. She slapped it away, and she was on the run out. Now here comes 4 more Potters checking in.
Starters coming back in for Morton. Ellie Van Meenen, Paige Selke, Julia Laufenberg, and Katie Brock come back in the basketball game. So their starters back on the floor.
We're in the red. 53 seconds left for the quarter. We lead at 10-5.
Brock, right side. They're looking inside. Ellie out of the corner. Good. Ellie got a clean shot out of the corner, nailed it, and that makes it 10-8.
Schneider will walk it up for the ladies.
Here comes Laufenberg and Brock. She gets it to Clark. They get it back to Grace. Grace lob in into McKinley. Up, no good. Missed a bunny inside. And
Nice
here they
pass.
come the other way with a chance to tie or take the lead here at the end of the quarter. Brock, Abby down the lane against McKinley. McKinley knocked it away. Here goes Grace to the races. Grace down the lane, had it knocked away. Oh, and a foul is called. And I think the foul's going to be on Katie Brock. Let's see. Yep, it is.
Schneider going for the bucket. McLeod will inbounds for the ladies. 13 seconds on the first quarter clock. We lead at 10-8, Jay.
McLeod to inbound under the basket. McLeod. Clark, and back in the corner, Mesa. Back out front, Mia. 10 seconds on the clock. Mia drives in. Out front, Grace. Going to have to get
5
something
seconds.
done. Grace going to drive it in. Grace throws it up. It's blocked. Brock gets it. Grace knocked it out of bounds. It'll go Morton basketball.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Only 0.3 of a second left. Lincoln leads at 10-8.
0.3 of a second. They aren't going to get much of a shot off. Let's see what they do here. They throw it into Brock. She won't even throw it up. At the end of one quarter, Lincoln leads at 10-8. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have quarter number 2. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch.
The West Lincoln Broadwell boys play tonight at 7:30 for the 8th grade state championship. Thanks for the text message, my friend Roger Gazda. As we start quarter number 2, Bob, with Lincoln up 10-8, and Lincoln really has been impressive here in the first quarter.
They certainly have. The ladies in green, that's my favorite color, and they came to play tonight. They lead by a deuce here at the end of one, 10-8. It's going to be Potter's ball to start the second quarter.
They go to Ellie. Ellie free throw line extended. Ellie going to go down the lane, lays it up, and good.
Ellie Van Meenen, she's hit 2 threes, and she's got a 2-pointer now. She's got 8 points.
Clark inside Knapp. McKinley in trouble. Kicked it back out, and Mesa going to chase it down, gets it to Grace.
Great hustle by Mesa McLeod.
Lincoln spread the floor against Morton. They go inside Knapp, and she knocked it off of Selke. They said she stepped on the end line. She may have.
That's that dangerous lob pass. 10-10 tie, 7:27 left of the second quarter. Lincoln just goes back into their zone defense, but they extend it. It's a matchup zone.
Brock out front, goes to Ellie. Ellie back to Brock. They go in the corner. Hayes, back out front, Brock. Left side, Ellie. Hayes in the corner. She'll fire up the 3. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Selke, I think, knocked it out. She touched it last. She did. It'll go Lincoln's way. Morton not shooting. Nobody's lighting it up from outside right now, Bob.
And we've got to be the first. Well, Van Meenen's hit a couple of threes. We've got to knock one down. Schneider.
So here we come the other way. Schneider will come across the timeline. Goes to Mesa. Mesa in the corner, Piper. Piper, nice ball fake. She'll drive in. McKinley, baseline. Back out to Mesa. Back to Grace. Good ball movement here by the ladies. Mia, Grace, Mesa. Mesa, back out front, Grace. Grace, Mia. Piper post and free throw line. Mia will drive it in. Back to Piper. Piper, 3 on the way. No good. Too hard. Brock the rebound. Lincoln's outside shot obviously not there right now. Laufenberg drives baseline. Will kick it back out. Selke. Selke will drive in. Fake. Back to Laufenberg. They go cross court. Nearly stolen by Knapp. Here comes Ellie. Throws it up and good. Ellie Van Meenen threw it right up in the lane. They lead 12-10.
She came to play tonight. Ellie Van Meenen with 10 points.
Here we come the other way. Clark out front. Right side, Schneider. Schneider now in trouble. Had the ball batted away. Gets it to Mesa. Mesa to Mia. 25-footer. Is it? No, way too hard. And here comes Morton with a rebound. They're on the run. Laufenberg down the lane. Nearly stolen by Mesa. And the ball batted away. It's off of Brock. No! They say it was last off Piper Whiteman. It'll go Morton's way.
Lily Holmes checks back in for the Rail Splitters for Mia Clark. Great defense that time by the Lady Rail Splitters. Potters lead at 12-10, 5:52 left in the second quarter.
Morton inbound under their basket. They throw it out front. Hayes, Laufenberg. They go inside, and Whiteman steals it away. They overthrew.
We got the numbers.
Van Meenen. They throw it ahead to Schneider. Schneider layup time coming. Got it. Tie ball game at 12 with 5:39 to go here in the second period. Brock quickly ahead to Laufenberg. They're not wasting any time. Back to Brock. Laufenberg. Ellie going to drive in the lane against Holmes. She throws it up and no good. Rebound Lily. Lily's getting hacked in there, and they finally call the foul on Brock.
Sir. Lily Holmes fighting like a lady possessed down in there, and they finally foul her. It's tied at 12-12, 5:23 left in the second quarter. And now a host of players going to check in for the Potters, and they're going to go with the full court press.
And again, Morton able to substitute freely. Lincoln doesn't have the numbers. And here they come. Schneider up the floor in a hurry. She blew past everybody. Oh, tried to throw it into traffic, and a kicked ball. It'll stay Lincoln basketball.
And that's a good thing with a tie score, 12-12. We've got the Rock, 5:17 left in the second quarter.
Scores from around the state. Peoria Notre Dame won their regional over Canton 61-24. Grace to inbounds, looking to get inbound, and somebody gets it to Lily. Boy, did she thread the needle there. Lily drives in, 5-footer, no good. Rebound, Abby Van Meenen. Kicks it out to Brock, and Morton on the run. Brock across the timeline. Now she's slowed down by the Lincoln defense. In the corner they go. Brooks travel the basketball. And a fight in the lane between Abby and McKinley Knapp.
They're going to call it on McKinley.
Yep, and that's 2 fouls on Big Mac.
That was all-star wrestling down in the lane there, and McKinley got caught hooking her and slamming her to the ground. 12-12 score, 5:02 left in the second quarter.
And we've seen that before out of Abby Van Meenen and McKinley Knapp, the two of them going at it. There's Van Meenen leading with the elbow. Out front they go to number 3, that's Sarissa. Brock holding it out front, throws it inside. Van Meenen, a spin move up and good.
That was Abby Van Meenen.
Schneider dribbling through the defense again. Grace quickly blows past everybody.
Man, she's quick.
Grace hit by Ellie Van Meenen to Piper. Back to Grace. Grace going to drive it in. Gets it to Holmes. 15-footer. Is it, baby?
Bingo!
Yes. Bingo. Tie ball game at 14.
That was Lily Holmes.
A great assist from Schneider. It's tied at 14. 4:23 to go. Abby in the corner. They go Brooks. Brooks inside Sarissa. Thrown away. They get it out to Ellie. 3 on the way. No good. Schneider the rebound.
On the weak side, she garners the rebound, and she saunters up court with the basketball.
Morton greeting her out front with 2 players. They go right side Mesa. Mesa to McKinley. McKinley back to Mesa. Mesa 3 on the way. Is it, baby? Bang! A collision concepts 3. And Lincoln leads it 17-14.
We need Mesa to get fired up. That's her first 3.
Brock inside Abby. She turns around, fires up, good. Bob, if you're going to let her catch it that deep, she's probably going to put it in the bucket every time.
She's a good ball player, 6-foot sophomore. The Van Meenens have all the points.
Schneider up the floor, ball batted out of bounds by Brock.
Rail Splitters with the basketball, and they lead it 17-16 as Mia Clark checks in for McKinley Knapp. Wise choice there by Coach Rohr. McKinley's got 2 fouls.
3:36 to go here in the half. Mesa inbounds to Mia. Clark out of the corner. 3, no good. Might have been rushed just a little bit. Heard the footsteps coming. Here comes Ellie. Ellie throws it ahead. Selke. Selke wide open layup, good. And they go back up 18-17. We told you this was going to be a barn burner here tonight, and it is.
Selke's first bucket.
Schneider going to dribble around.
Out of the double team.
Gets it to Clark. Clark's got Holmes baseline. 15-footer. No. Rebound Whiteman. Whiteman back out front Mesa. Clark top of the key. Doesn't take the shot. Spin move. Clark looking for somebody. Throws it up and good! Oh my! Turned around and hit a 20-footer.
That's her first bucket, and that was a big one because we lead it now 20-18.
20-18, the Lincoln lead. They go inside Abby. She's hooking Whiteman. She's just pulling her away, and Piper threw her to the floor. That could be an intentional foul, Bob.
Trainer coming out on the floor. It is a battle down there in the paint. Whiteman had
there's a lot of contact going on inside. Girls are bullying their way in the lane.
I think they're calling intentional foul there.
And I don't think that's wrong, Bob. And Bob Becker is about to get himself a technical out here.
Yeah, give it to him. Lady Rail Splitters lead at 20-18. 2:46 left in the second quarter. Piper Whiteman took down Abby Van Meenen.
And Bob Becker just got nailed. He just got teed up.
Well, he deserved it.
Abby Van Meenen's on the floor. She's crying. She got thrown to the floor hard. Piper Whiteman got nailed for a foul, but I think it was a flagrant foul or an intentional foul.
Well, they locked arms and she slammed her to the ground. We got to tell it like it is.
Bob, there's no love lost between these two schools. There's no love lost between these two programs. And frankly, I think this is somewhat of a carryover from last year when Bob Becker sent players constantly off his bench after Chloe Froby during the sectional final over at East Peoria.
Well, it is a battle. We knew it would be. We didn't know it would escalate to this, but it has.
Did Becker, okay, did he get kicked out?
He may have. He went after the officials again.
No, he's back on the floor.
Went to get a drink of water.
So let's see what's going on here. They're going to sub. They're going to bring Laufenberg and Penelope Drake back in the basketball game for Morton. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what the procedure is here. I think that Van Meenen or somebody gets to shoot the free throws down here on their end of the floor.
And then we get to shoot ours.
And then I think we go down and shoot the technical. Let's say, well, wait a minute here. There's some confusion here over what happens first.
Her sister's going to the free throw line. They'll send their back. This gal's a great free throw shooter.
Ellie Van Meenen's going to, and Corey Farmer's up questioning it. She was not the person fouled.
Well,
but they can choose whoever they want to shoot the free throws if she's injured.
Or does it have to be a player off the bench?
I don't think it has to be a player off the bench. I think they can choose whoever they want. Okay, so it's 2 shots first. We're watching the official here. It's 2 shots first, and he's right. They can choose whoever they want to shoot the free throws. So Ellie going to go to the free throw line, hit the first one.
That makes it 20-19. Ladies still up by 1 point. 2:46 left for the second quarter.
Up and got them both. That's going to tie the ball game up. So let's see. We go to the other end and shoot the technical. Now the officials are going to confer.
Got a tie score, 20-20. As I said, 2:46 left.
You know, Bob, with an intentional foul, they should have had 2 shots and got the ball back. Now I'm wondering if, because of the technical, we get 2 shots. Do we get the ball now, or do they get it back?
I think we should get it back.
All right, Piper going to go to the free throw line. 2:46 to go. We're tied at 20. Piper, rainbow up and good.
The loneliest number that you'll do is the number 1, and Piper Whiteman standing out there by herself, and we lead it now 21-20.
And the Lincoln crowd finally got into this one. Second one up and rolled home. 22-20. The Lincoln lead. They haven't changed the scoreboard yet. Not sure why, because the officials over here talking to...
And they're going to give the ball to Lincoln. That was the last call, the technical.
Yeah. So Lincoln, okay, now the officials are going to confer.
Coach Rohr talking to the scorer's bench.
They haven't changed the scoreboard to reflect we're up by 2. This is getting out of hand.
Coach Rohr's telling her we got 22.
She is.
Hey, we got 22. I'm sure they heard me.
I'm telling you, if Jim Sloan were still around, buddy, he'd had that changed in a heartbeat.
She's got to tell the officials.
Now they finally changed the scoreboard.
Okay.
And let's see. I think we have the basketball, which I think on a on an intentional foul, they should have had it back. I think the technical actually negates that possession. Let's see here.
Well, the officials make the call.
So,
what? They're shooting more free throws? What's that?
I don't know. I don't understand this. Apparently, we're shooting more free throws, and I'm not sure why. Did they call also a technical on Lincoln or on Piper Whiteman? What exactly is the call here?
I can't tell you.
They've already shot 2 free throws for the foul.
This is officiating class here. This is a rare
Where's Jeff Nelson? Where's Jeff Nelson when we need him? Or Josh? Where's Josh? Hey, Josh, this would be a good one for you.
Any officials out there text
All right,
Bobby
so
B.
Penelope Drake is going to go to the free throw line. Oh, here's the thing. They're reshooting, Bob. They're reshooting the 2 free throws. They've taken them off the bench. I think you may have been right. Maybe it had to be somebody off the bench.
Okay.
So they put in Drake, the freshman. She misses both of them.
So we have a 4-point lead, and we get the basketball.
Well, let's see if that's what happens, because we're not sure of anything right now.
So I'm scratching those 2 free throws off. So
the officials apparently had to go back, and it was a correctable error. They reshot the free throws, and I'll bet Morton's not happy about that. Grace going to have to watch the 5 count. Grace gets it to Mesa. Real look at Morton. Boy, they really picked up their defense.
Yeah, they're out.
They're out for blood now.
Oh, they are.
And look at Lincoln pick up their defense. Ellie Van Meenen still in the backcourt. Van Meenen throws it right side. Laufenberg, 3 on the way. No good. Rebound underneath the basket. Up and good by Morton. And that was Selke who got the rebound bucket. It's 22-20. 2:16 to go here in the basketball game.
So an intentional foul, is that 2 fouls?
No. An intentional foul is simply 1 foul. And tapped away by Morton, and Grace is going to chase it down. Here comes Grace the other way. Go, Grace. You got some numbers. Ahead to Whiteman.
We got to calm it down. Calm it down.
Piper going to pull it out. There's senior leadership for you. In the corner, Mesa. 3 on the way. No. Air ball. Ellie going to come the other way. Minute 51 to go. Van Meenen nearly had it stolen away. Ellie going to drive in the lane. Throws it inside Selke. Ball on the floor. Everybody's on the floor. They come out with it. Laufenberg, right side 3. No good. Rebound. Brock chases it down. They get it to Ellie. 3 on the way. No good. Selke will chase it down. Selke, 5-foot turnaround. Good. They tied the ball game up. You can't give him that many shots at the bucket, Bobby.
No, you got to get that rebound. Minute 24 left for the second quarter. Tie score.
Whiteman hit in the back by Ellie. No call. They go to Laufenberg. Layup time. They've got the lead.
They've got the momentum.
And a timeout taken by Taylor Rohr. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Bob, she needs to calm them down.
Yeah, they had the momentum because of the injury to Abby Van Meenen. We led 22-18, and then they ran off 6 straight points. They lead at 24-22 with a minute 15 left here in the second quarter.
Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 616 Woodlawn Road, phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant.
The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of Lincoln Lady Raider basketball for over 50 years. Diana and her husband listen down in Dallas, Texas tonight.
LCHS Lady Raider basketball alumni. Hall of Famer Jan Bowers is one. So is Hall of Famer Barbara Verderber Bowlby. Lincoln Lady Raider basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics since 1973. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Clark is fouled. Oh, no, they say she stepped on the sideline. A turnover, Lincoln. And here we go the other way. Minute 12 to go. The Morton people are fired up here.
No problem. We're only down by 2. Minute 12. We just got to crank that defense up again.
Morton tried to get a sub in, wasn't able to do it before the ball went live. Free throw line. Ball all over the place. Brock going to throw it into Selke. Double team. Selke bolts her way in, lays it up and good.
Selke's a great ball player. She's got 8 points here just in the second quarter.
And now they're coming after Lincoln hard in the backcourt. Schneider dribbling the basketball. Cross court Clark. Mia gets it across the timeline. Mia back out front. Grace to Mesa to Grace. Mia 25-footer. Is it, baby? No. Rolls across the iron. Rebound Selke, and Morton got a chance to lengthen a 4-point lead here at halftime. Brock in the corner go Laufenberg. 3 out of the corner. No good. Rebound battle for Brock. The shortest player's got it. Back to Laufenberg. Left side Ellie Van Meenen. 3 up and in and out. No good. Rebound Laufenberg. No good. Brock throws it up. Good. Oh my goodness. Just threw it up and it went in. They're up 6. Lincoln in trouble right now. Schneider across the timeline. Schneider foul on number 31 Selke. I think.
She got caught reaching for the ball.
Selke, and that is just the 4th foul on Morton of the game, but the 3rd foul here in the second quarter.
And Sarissa and Hayes have checked in for the Potters, and McKinley Knapp for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Knapp back in for Lincoln. Mesa to inbound. They go out front, Grace Mesa, 12 seconds on the clock. Grace drives in, got through everybody, throws up a wild shot, no good, and here they come the other way with a chance to get more points. They go Ellie Van Meenen, 3 up and no good. And they throw it up at the gun and it is no good. And at the half, Morton leads it 28-22. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Grau Incorporated halftime show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball is brought to you by Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Culver's of Lincoln, Grau Incorporated,
Squeaky Clean Window Washing,
Collision Concepts, Complete Lawn Care, Independent Health Insurance Agent Dara Entwistle, Heartland Community College, Lincoln, LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, United Community Bank, the Johnson family in honor of Keith Johnson, City of Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch, Joe Ryan Country Financial, Schneider Masonry,
First National Bank in Tremont.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball.
And calm as the gym has been in the last 30 minutes as we have had to try and figure out what was going on the floor. And we got a text from one of our buddies back, actually 3 of our buddies back who are at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium tonight, who could have explained the officiating to us tonight, but of course they're at Roy S. when we need them. Isn't that usually the way it goes?
Yeah, they should be here.
Yes. So what do you got for halftime scoring, my friend?
So for halftime scoring for the Potters of Morton, they trailed at the end of the first quarter 10-8. Now they lead at halftime 28-22. Abby Van Meenen, the young lady that got injured, had 3 baskets for 6 points. Her sister, Ellie Van Meenen, had all her points in the first quarter. She hit 2 threes and 2 twos for a total of 10 points. Paige Selke lit it up in the second quarter. She had 4 baskets for 8 points. Katie Brock had a basket for 2 points, and Julia Laufenberg had a basket for 2 points for their total of 28 points. They lead it here at halftime 28-22. For our Lady Rail Splitters, Lily Holmes has got a basket. She's got 2. Grace Schneider's got a layup for 2. Mason McLeod hit a 3 for 3. Mia Clark hit a 3 for her 3 points. McKinley Knapp on some very nice assists from Piper Whiteman had 6 points in the first quarter, and Piper Whiteman herself has 6 points. She's got 2 baskets and 2 free throws. Everything we wanted in a basketball game, Jay, and maybe a little more.
Bob, if we can get, I think if Lincoln can get past their pressure, there's baskets to be had. It's two-pointers, but there's layups to be had if you can get past the pressure.
Yeah, you got to beat the pressure. It's tenacious pressure out there, and as you said, they've got a deep bench. They play at least 10 players, and we've got 6 that basically we can play.
And you know that will come into play as you go down toward the end of the basketball game and fatigue starts setting in. If you can keep players rested as Bob Becker can, you've got fresher players on the floor, and then the Lincoln girls are going to be dog tired, I'm sure, no matter what, at the end of this basketball game. They have really put forth the effort and the intensity here in the first half, as we have seen by the wrestling match that has gone on underneath the basket. If you just joined us, McKinley Knapp and Abby Van Meenen had a wrestling match going on underneath the basket, and McKinley got nailed for a foul as both of them, I think, went to the floor. And then you had Abby Van Meenen in the lane. She caught the ball. She started to turn around, and she was kind of pulling her way into the lane. Piper Whiteman was there trying to defend her and took the pushes about as far as she was going to take them, and then Piper grabbed her, and they both wrestled to the floor. And we hope Abby Van Meenen's okay. We don't know what happened to her, but they took her out of the basketball game, and in the ensuing controversy, Bob Becker got nailed for a technical foul. They sent the wrong person to the free throw line in Ellie Van Meenen. We thought that they were able to choose, but apparently they did have to take a player off of the bench to go and shoot the free throws, or maybe they had to take the player that substituted for Abby Van Meenen.
There you go.
And make her shoot the free throws.
Because that didn't make any sense. She wasn't a good free throw shooter.
So they shot the free throws. Ellie Van Meenen made both of them. Then we went to the other end of the floor. Piper Whiteman made both free throws on the technical. Then the officials conferred, and Penelope Drake was sent to the free throw line. 2 points were taken off the board. This is going to be a long halftime.
Yeah.
2 points were taken off the board. The ones that Ellie made the free throws.
So then we led 22-18.
Right. Then we led 22-18. Penelope Drake, the freshman, went to the free throw line and missed both free throws. Lincoln got the ball back. We had a 22-18 lead, and that was about the time Morton really got fired up and put the pressure on.
They reeled off 10 points.
Yes.
They lead at 28-22.
They reeled off. They went on a 10-0 run here before the end of the first half, and they lead at 28-22. But, Bob, you know, the ladies have really put forth the effort here. You're playing the fourth-ranked team in the state, real tight here in this first half, and have led a good chunk of the first half.
They're a good ball team. Bob Becker's a good coach. And we have a great team that we have to step up to the pressure, and we did. We led early, but then after that Donnybrook, and we led by 4, as Jay told you, they ran off 10 straight points. And we're only about 2 minutes and 45 seconds again for the second half to begin.
Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap up the Growl Incorporated halftime show, have the start of the second half. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM WLCN, Lincoln, Illinois.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Lincoln Heating and Cooling, located at 1716 Tremont Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-5835. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of Lincoln Lady Railer basketball for over 50 years.
Last 16 minutes of basketball here for somebody at the Lions Den. Lincoln and Morton. Morton up 28-22. Bob, Abby Van Meenen's back in the basketball game.
I'm glad to see that, Jay. And that's it. This is the Lions Den tonight. The Lionesses Den. This
has been full of all sorts of action, and I'll tell you what, both teams are leaving it on the floor tonight. They're looking inside. Knapp and Selke going at it inside. Schneider dribbling around out front, tried to lob it in to McKinley. McKinley comes out of there with it. Kick out McLeod, right side three, no good. Clark goes for the rebound against Selke. Selke's got it. She'll kick it out to Brock. Lincoln could have used that bucket right there. Clark nearly steals it away. Right side Selke. Selke, Laufenberg. Let's see if they go inside to Van Meenen. Now Knapp steps in front of her.
Good defense by the pressure on the Lady Rail Splitters.
Brock out front, Abby. Brock, she may shoot it. She shot it before. And almost a foul over there in the corner on Whiteman. Back out front, Brock. Morton slowing it down here now. I think they're looking for a great shot here. In the corner, Ellie. Ellie going to drive it baseline. Nice pass. Schneider, good defense. Ball on the floor. A jump ball called. It'll go Morton's way.
Great hustle there on the baseline by Grace Schneider.
Grace read that perfectly and stepped in the passing lane and was able to tie it up. Morton will have the basketball under their basket. They kick it out Laufenberg. Laufenberg out front, Selke. Selke. Right side, Ellie. Ellie back to Brock. Brock hounded out front by Mia, and Mia's going to get nailed for a foul. And Bob, there you go. See, I think they're going to tighten it up.
Yeah, she was just a ticky-tack foul there.
That was a touch reach foul. And we haven't seen many of those whistles tonight.
She was trying to grab the ball.
First foul on Lincoln. First foul on Clark. Morton, a little weave out front. They get it to Ellie. Ellie to Abby. McLeod hounding her. Abby threw it into Ellie. Ellie throws it baseline, and Schneider steals it. Grace, hounded by Selke, kick out Whiteman. Whiteman, nice ball fake, and she'll bring it up the floor. Quickly ahead to Mia. Lincoln got a few numbers here. Mia drives in against Abby. She tried to almost took the step back three. Throws it out Schneider.
Now we take control. 28-22.
Morton's gone man-to-man. Schneider drove in, nothing there. She'll bring it back out. I'm not sure they recognize the man-to-man. They kick out Mesa. Mesa, back to Mia. Mia to Mesa. Mesa, Schneider. Schneider going to drive it in. Schneider, good pass to Knapp, up and fouled, and count the bucket!
Great Schneider with a great assist to McKinley Knapp. We draw first blood in the second half, 28-24.
The foul is on Katie Brock. That is her third, and the first on Morton of the second half.
That's 8 points for McKinley Knapp, and she'll have a freebie here.
And the big senior to the free throw line. Up and no good. Started to go down, hit the front of the iron, started to go down and kicked back out. 28-24 the Morton lead. 5:48 to go here in the third. Morton spread the floor against Lincoln. Looking probably for backdoors and layups. Out front they go Brock.
McLeod playing all-out defense.
Brock will take it all the way out nearly the center line. Abby tried to set a screen on Clark. Goes in the corner, Ellie. Ellie. Cross-court pass, Selke. Three on the way. It's a rainbow three. No good. Rebound, Ellie. Ellie drives in. Almost tied up. Ellie throws it up and good. And she did travel. 30-24, the Morton lead. 5:08 to go. Schneider, Clark. Clark, Whiteman. Whiteman. Left side McLeod threw the ball away, and Morton hit it last.
Smart play there by Mason McLeod. She let it go out of bounds. 5 minutes left for the third quarter. We trail it 30-24.
Mesa to Grace. Left side McLeod. Out front Schneider. Schneider, Clark. They go back out front, Grace. Right side Clark. Looking inside Knapp. They go Whiteman. Extended free throw line. Clark, right side three. Is it? Good! Bang! A collision concepts three. Mia cuts the lead in half, 30-27. Here comes Morton quickly up the floor. Out front, Abby. Ellie inside Selke. Selke over Whiteman. Up, no good. And a foul on Selke. Oh no, they're going to call it on Piper Whiteman. They're going to call it on Piper Whiteman for the push. That's 2 on Whiteman. And that could be crucial. Lincoln had the rebound coming, and Piper moved up underneath Selke and pushed her, and the official called it on Piper.
4:33 left for the third quarter.
Inbound they go. Hayes out front, right side Selke. Selke, cross court Hayes. She'll launch up a 3, left side. No good. Long rebound goes to Morton. Lincoln all over Ellie Van Meenen. Reverse layup blocked by Knapp. And Knapp will get called for the foul.
That was clean, but when you reach over like that, they're going to call it. Third foul on McKinley Knapp. 4:19 left for the third quarter. Potters 30, Rail Splitters 27.
Ellie Van Meenen makes the first of 2 free throws, 31-27. Abby Van Meenen going to come out of the basketball game. Second one up and rolled it home. 32-27. They're up 5, and now they're going to press all over the court. Whiteman in the backcourt. Whiteman to Schneider. Schneider lost the ball. Whiteman on the floor. Jump ball going to be called, and it'll stay Lincoln basketball, I believe.
4:10 left for the third quarter. Morton 32, Lincoln 27.
Mesa inbounds to Grace. Grace out volleyball line. Now Lincoln going to spread the floor, running almost a 2-1-2 offense. Mia drives in. Mia free throw line. She's going to go down the lane, throws it up, wild shot, not even close. And the rebound comes out to Sarissa. Here comes Hayes the other way. Hayes inside Drake. They go baseline Selke. Nice play by Morton, and they get the bucket, and it's 34-27. Lily Holmes back in the basketball game for Lincoln. And Lincoln just turned the ball over. Ball on the floor. Drake. Schneider comes out of there with it and lost it on the end line. Or lost it on the sideline. Good hustle by Grace Schneider. Lily Holmes in the basketball game for Lincoln. And Mia Clark going to take a seat.
Morton up by 7. 3:36 left for the third.
They go inbound Ellie. Inside Selke. Tipped away by Knapp. And Holmes comes out of there with it. Lincoln down 7. Needs a bucket here. Schneider in the corner, Whiteman. They've got Knapp inside. And Whiteman, ball tapped away by Drake. And again, there's the length of Morton coming into play. Try to pass it over him, and they just tap it away. Selke, long cross-court pass, Ellie. Ellie going to drive it in. Ellie back out front. Hayes, 3 on the way. It is no good. Battle for the rebound. Holmes on the floor, and another jump ball is going to be called.
That's going to go Morton's way. 3:04 left for the third quarter. Potters 34, Rail Splitters 27.
They'll inbound under their own basket. They get into Selke. Selke out front Hayes. Hayes in the corner. They go Sarissa. Inside Drake. She turns, fires Selke up and good. And Lincoln lost somebody on the defense right there. Here comes Whiteman. Whiteman quickly ahead to Holmes. Lily left-handed dribble up the floor. Now she'll pull it back out and get it back out to Schneider. Schneider, Holmes. Lily wasn't ready for that pass. Back to Grace. Grace spreading the floor. Grace in the corner. Piper. Piper going to drive to the bucket. Up and good. Nice drive by Piper Whiteman. 36-29. Lead stays at 7. Here they come the other way. 2:25 to go. Drake, ball at the free throw line. Holmes, I think, going to get nailed for the foul here, and she did. No, Whiteman again. Piper Whiteman, that's 3 on the senior. She and Holmes collided with Drake at the free throw line. Abby Van Meenen back in the basketball game. Selke going to take a seat. Bob, these girls are coming off the floor and need a breather, and you can tell they're putting everything out there on both sides.
Yeah, the whole game. They've gone all out, both teams.
Hayes out front, Drake. They go inside. Abby, she's going to bull her way in again against Knapp. Up, no good. Rebound, Drake. Knapp comes out of there with it. Gets it to Schneider. Boy, there's some hard play going on inside. A lot of contact. Schneider out front. Lincoln down 7. Schneider against Drake. Going to drive it in. Left side Mesa. Mesa out front Piper. Piper throws it in the corner. Lily, nice ball fake. Lily wide open 15-footer. No good. Air ball. Ellie corrals it down in the corner. And now Morton going to pull it out here. Minute 42 to go here in the third quarter. Ellie Van Meenen lost the basketball.
Good pressure by Lily Holmes.
Out front Hayes, Abby. Abby Sarissa. In the corner they go, Drake.
Watch that backdoor play.
Drake traveling with the basketball, no call. Out front they go, Ellie. Sarissa. Hayes. Greg Gilbert going to come in the basketball game for Lincoln. Ellie, inside they go, wide open,
Short.
Hayes up, no good. Rebound Holmes, ball on the floor. Whiteman dives on the floor again. And is it a jump ball or one of the Morton players, I think, was standing on the end line, touched the ball, and it's going to go Lincoln's way.
Mia Clark checks back in along with Gilbert. Both the seniors go to the bench, Knapp and Whiteman. Mia needs to dial up another 3.
Clark to Grace, ahead to Mia Clark. Clark, now Morton goes zone. Clark going to drive it in. Clark looking for the contact. Nice pass to Grace. Grace is knocked to the floor, and let's see who this foul is on. 47 seconds on the clock. Morton up 36-29. Foul is on Abby Van Meenen.
It's going to be Lincoln's ball out of bounds. 47 seconds. Now Knapp checks back in for Gilbert.
That is Abby Van Meenen's first.
Need a bucket here.
Snyder to inbound. Looking for Clark. Didn't get her off the screen. They get it to Lily. Lily spin move on Ellie. Back out front, Grace. Knapp posting up inside. Knapp and Abby still going at it inside. Knapp pushing her away. Now let's see if they get anything out of it. Grace drives in. Grace throws it up and knocked to the floor. Laufenberg is going to get called, I think, for the foul here.
Schneider very aggressive going to the basket, and she'll be shooting free throws because she was fouled in the act of shooting. 32 seconds left for the third quarter, and the Potters lead the Rail Splitters 36-29.
Snyder up and no. Oh,
yes.
That thing bounced out, hung up in the air for a second, and dropped through the hoop. 36-30. McKinley Knapp, red face, is going to come out of the basketball game here for the last 32 seconds of this quarter. Snyder, second one, up and good. Got them both. 36-31. A 5-point lead. Bob, I wonder if Morton wouldn't go for the last shot of the quarter here.
I think so. They'll look for that backdoor play again.
Ellie out front, Laufenberg. Right side, Brock. Cross court. Oh, Schneider committed a foul there. She did. She was late getting there, and Grace with a foul.
Grace Schneider has played all out, just like all the players in this basketball game, picking up that foul, as Jay told you. 17 seconds left for the third quarter. We trail it by 5, 36-31.
They are in the super bonus, as we call it, so they'll go to the free throw line with 2. Up and no good. Laufenberg misses the first of 2. Drake back in the basketball game, as is Sarissa. McKinley going to come back in the basketball game for Greg Gilbert. That's a little bit of a surprise.
They want her for that offense. They want her to get that basket down low.
17.7 seconds. Laufenberg up and didn't get either one of them. Rebound, Mia Clark. Mia up the floor, and Morton going to give some pressure here. Cross court they go. McLeod, Schneider. Schneider out front. Morton with the pressure. 7 seconds on the clock. Schneider gets it to Mia. Mia not going to be able to get much of a shot off. Mia, great bounce pass. Holmes up and no good. And McKinley and Sarissa, somebody went to the floor there. And at the end of 3 quarters, it is Morton 36 and Lincoln 31. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 60-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have the last 8 minutes of basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Lady Railer basketball is brought to you by First National Bank in Tremont. First National Bank in Tremont is here to grow with you. Check out the wide variety of products and services at tremontbank.com. Equal housing lender, FDIC insured.
Back here at the Lions Den, last 8 minutes of basketball. Lincoln the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Down 36-31. They go inside McKinley. Triple team. She throws it up. Knocked to the floor. No call. And here we go the other way. Brock on the run. Bob, they may go layups and free throws here before long. Let's see what they do. Right side they go Abby. Abby going to drive it in. Clark with good defense knocked it out of bounds.
Piper Whiteman's going to check in for Lily Holmes.
Lily going to take a seat. McKinley Knapp has 3 fouls. Piper's got 3 fouls. Those are the 2 in foul trouble for Lincoln. Nobody in foul trouble except Katie Brock for Morton. She has 3 fouls. Morton inbounds the basketball. Out front, Ellie. Boy, that's discipline. She could have taken the shot there. They're going to pull it out. They're going to spread the floor. Ellie drives it in against Clark. Back out front, Abby. Right side, Laufenberg. Laufenberg, Brock. Brock, in the corner they go. They threw the ball away.
Unforced error.
Bob, it's awful early to be playing that way.
Yeah, take the air out's bad this early. We need a big-time 3 right here.
Lincoln in need of a bucket, down 36-31, 6:53 to go. McLeod, out front Schneider. Ooh, nearly thrown away. They go in the corner, Whiteman. Back out front, Grace. Grace to Mia. They're trying to get Mia a shot. You can tell ball batted out of bounds by Laufenberg. They're not paying much attention to Grace or McLeod right now.
Yeah, Mesa's due.
So Mesa to inbound, sideline right near the Lincoln bench. 6:40 to go. Lincoln down 5. Mesa to inbound, gets it to Grace. Grace, Knapp posted up inside. Mesa back to Grace. Lincoln being real patient here. Out front, Whiteman. Piper, nice ball fake. Right side, McLeod.
There it is.
3 on the way. Bang! A collision concepts 3. And it's a 2-point lead for Morton. 36-34. All right, you folks, think turnover. You folks listening on WLCN, think turnover.
Everybody in Logan County, think turnover.
Yeah, think turnover. Come on, will the defense on. Brock out front. 6:08 to go. Morton slowing it down. They've gone to a 2-1-2 offense. They're spreading the floor. Brock goes in the corner, Laufenberg. Laufenberg against Whiteman. Whiteman goes down. They get it to Abby. Abby throws it across to Ellie. Inside Selke. Selke to the bucket up in. No good. And it's tapped out. That almost looked like the old Quincy tap out.
Yeah.
Laufenberg tapped it out to Brock. Brock gets it to Abby. Abby, Ellie. They're looking inside Selke again. They had her wide open.
Look at Knapp.
Couldn't get it to her. Look at the defense by McLeod, and Masa's going to get nailed for the foul.
She's all out hustle.
Lincoln, plenty of fouls to give right now. That is the first one on Lincoln of the fourth quarter, and the first on Mesa. Hayes going to come in the basketball game. Drake going to come in the basketball game as Brock and Laufenberg going to take a seat.
And the score, Jay, is Morton 36, Lincoln 34 with 5:38 left. It's anybody's ball game.
Ellie to inbound, sideline in front of the Morton bench, goes out front Selke. Selke against Clark. Selke drives in, kick back out, Abby. Abby, Hayes. Hayes, Ellie. They got Drake wide open. They go inside Abby. Abby's fouled by Clark.
That's a good foul. Yeah, don't let her have that easy shot. Make her earn them from the free throws. 5:24 left.
2 on Clark. And Bob, as we've always said, if they're going to go up for the layup, don't let them make the basket.
No, she put the handcuffs on her.
So Abby going to go to the free throw line. Up and good. 37-34 the Morton lead. 2 fouls now on Mia Clark. That's 2 on Lincoln in the fourth quarter. Second one for Abby, up and short. And what? Oh, I thought I heard a whistle blow. It may have come from the other side of the court.
I think
37-34, 5:18 to go. Lincoln down 3.
That was a big free throw miss there. We need to take advantage.
Schneider against Drake. She's watching the count as they've gone 1-3-1 zone. Whiteman, McLeod, and knocked out of bounds by Ellie Van Meenen.
McLeod needs to get another look. She hit that last 3. She's hit 2 threes in the ball game. Clark's hit 2 threes.
McLeod to inbound in front of the Lincoln bench on the sideline.
Oh, Clark was
out
open.
front. Schneider again. Morton's gone to a 1-3-1 zone. Whiteman a long 3. Bang! We're tied.
That's the way we like it,
we
baby.
are tied at 36. 37, 4:54 to go. Whiteman with a collision concepts 3. Drake looking inside Selke, ball on the floor. Lincoln's got it.
Got it.
Knapp to Schneider. Ball game is tied.
This is regional championship action at its best.
Oh, Schneider out front. Lincoln going to spread the floor a little bit. Now go into their offense against this 1-3-1 zone.
For the right to advance to the sectional.
Whiteman, Clark, and now here comes Morton with the pressure. They go baseline. McLeod, and McLeod lost it out of bounds.
37-37, 4:26 left for the basketball game.
Bob, pressure's on now for both teams. And a timeout on the floor. We're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for a 60-second time. No, I take that back. It's only going to be a 30-second. I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and keep it right here. It is going to be a 60-second. I thought the official signaled 30 at first.
Jay, Morton has only scored 1 point here in the fourth quarter. The Rail Splitters 6. We have come back to tie this ball game.
Bob, this is one of those games where you say it's a shame either team's anybody's got to lose this basketball game because they've played hard. Lincoln's played hard. This has been a heck of a basketball game. It's a shame anybody got to lose at this level.
That's what my Aunt Anna used to say down there on 4th Street. She listened to a lot of basketball games.
You know,
I don't think I've ever brought up Aunt Anna. Okay.
You look out there at the faces of the girls on both sides. You see that, you know, they're red-faced. You can tell they're putting out the effort here, and it has just been an incredible effort by both teams here tonight. It's been an exciting basketball game. We've been privileged to call it for you back there in Lincoln, Illinois.
We want to thank all of you for listening. We want to thank our sponsors, especially these girls playing with their hearts in this ball game for the Lincoln Lady Rail Splitters.
Again, we were not allowed to video the game tonight because of the deal with the NFHS, and it's disappointing for us. I know it's disappointing for you, but hopefully you found a video somewhere and turned the sound down and are listening to me and Bobby V. 4:21 to go. We're tied at 37. They go in the corner, Ellie. Ellie going to drive it in. Nice bounce pass, kicked out of bounds by Lincoln.
Great job there by Whiteman. She stuck right in the passing lane.
She tried to thread the needle.
4:13 for the game, tied 37s.
They inbound under their basket. They go in the corner, Abby. Back out front, Hayes. Out front, Ellie. She's got a wide open. Oh, Clark came in. Here goes Ellie down the lane, up and good. Good drive by Ellie Van Meenen. That puts them up 2, 39-37. But Clark did a great job of stopping her from taking the wide open 3. Schneider in the front court. She drives in. There's Whiteman right there. Schneider around the screen. Schneider threw it up, blocked out of bounds by Ellie Van Meenen.
What? No.
Oh, now the out official's going to come in. The out official's going to come in, I think, and they're going to change this call.
Good call.
That was the correct call. Schneider had it blocked out of bounds by Ellie Van Meenen. The Morton fans don't like it, but it is the correct call.
McLeod will trigger.
The officials have gotten kind of excited here tonight with everything that's been going on. Schneider, corner McLeod, 3 on the way. Is it? No good. Rebound. Whiteman tried to chase it down. Knocked out of bounds by Drake. It'll stay Lincoln basketball.
3:41 left for the contest.
Farmers' kids are over across the way. They have cheered as hard as anybody.
They're cute. I like their voice, their young voices over there.
That's right. We know you can hear them on the radio. Finley Farmer leading the cheers as Mesa will inbound the basketball. They look to get it to Whiteman. Whiteman's knocked to the floor. Ball on the floor. Jump ball called. Fighting for the ball, and it is Morton basketball.
3:38 left for the contest. Morton leads it by 2, 39-37.
A little moisture on the floor. Officials attending to that. 3:38, as Bob told you, 39-37 the Morton lead. And let's see what they do.
They look to the coach for the play.
Out front, Abby.
Watch that back door.
Abby Ellie, 15-footer. She's going to drive it in the lane, throws it up, got it. No! It came out. Holy cow!
Knapp tipped it to Schneider.
Ahead to Clark. Don't go away yet. Clark out front. Clark going to drive it in. Nice little spin move. Mia wide open to the bucket. Up, no good, and got fouled.
He got nailed.
Selke, and we've got a player down.
I wish Mia would power up when she gets in there instead of the scoop. She needs to take it up with both hands, but she's going to the free throw line. It was a nice move by Mia.
Ellie Van Meenen went to the floor, and I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, I can imagine. Pretty rough down there in the paint.
It is rough down there in the paint.
Come on, Mia.
Clark to the free throw line. And the foul was on Paige Selke. That is her second. And Clark, that was hit the back of the iron. Didn't even look good leaving her hand.
A little bit too much adrenaline there. She can cut it to 1 here, though. Take a deep breath, Mia.
Again, fatigue probably setting in for both teams. Second one up and got it. Nice shot by Mia. Took her time that time. Lincoln down 1. 3:10 to go in a basketball game. They go quickly up the floor. Ellie Van Meenen way out front. Nearly stolen away by Knapp. She's all over Penelope Drake. They go back out front. Ellie Van Meenen. Lincoln with fouls to give before they get in the super bonus.
Oh, no.
They go baseline. Drake blew the 5-footer. Knapp thrown to the floor. Whiteman's got it.
He's on the floor.
Jump ball. It'll be Lincoln basketball.
Yes, sir. 39-38. Morton leads
Nat
Lincoln.
needs to be careful or she's going to end up getting a technical foul.
2:50 remains in the game. The official talking to McKinley Knapp, telling her to calm down. She made a great play.
Sarissa in the basketball game for Morton. They're going to press all over the place. Lincoln needs to get the ball inbound and get it up the floor. McLeod will go inbounds Whiteman. Whiteman's going to get the double team. Whiteman back to Mesa. They may have to use a timeout because they're going to end up getting close to a 10-second call. They throw it ahead to Clark. Clark gets it across the timeline. That was almost a backcourt violation. Knapp's got it. Whiteman.
We're walking the tightrope, Jay.
Down 1, 39-38, 2:30 to go in a basketball game. Clark goes to Whiteman. Whiteman had it tapped away from behind. They nearly stole a basketball. Here comes Selke down the lane. 5-footer, no good. Rebound. Jump ball going to be called. Abby and Whiteman together, and it's going to be Morton basketball.
Boy, that Piper Whiteman's like a magnet to that basketball. 2:17 left for the game. Morton 39, Lincoln 38.
They'll inbound under their own basket. Will they go for a bucket here? Will they kick it back out and go layups and free throws? They're looking to go inbounds. They throw it out. Drake. Out front, Abby. Abby hounded by Clark. Abby going to go down the lane. Nice bounce pass. Selke, 10-footer baseline. No good. Battle for the rebound up and good. And Sarissa got the rebound up and in. They're up 3, 41-38 with a timeout on the floor.
That's Sarissa's first basket of the game, and what a time to get it. 41-38 Morton.
2:03 to go here in the basketball game. United Community Bank located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400.
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum and Wiggers Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com.
Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience. Serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones Financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC.
You know, Bobby, I was thinking that no matter who ends up winning or losing this basketball game, you can walk off the floor with your head held high knowing you left everything on the floor tonight.
No doubt about it. And let's see what rail splitter play has come out of the books here.
They go to McLeod. Clark, cross-court Whiteman. They do a good job of breaking the pressure. Whiteman will get in there. She knocked down Van Meenen, and Whiteman got called for the foul.
She almost got a technical there, almost slammed the ball on the floor.
Whiteman got called for the foul. That is 4 on Piper, and that hurts.
It does.
That hurts.
41-38. We're down by 3. They've got the basketball, 1:56 left.
Whiteman applauding her teammates, but Lincoln's got one foul to give before they get in the extra bonus.
Extra pressure now by the Lady Rail Splitters. Watch that backdoor pass.
Abby out front. They go out to Ellie. Now Lincoln's going to have to get out and hustle on defense here.
Ooh, look out.
And really gamble.
Got to watch out for Selke.
Out front, they foul Abby Van Meenen. Foul is on Mia Clark. That is her her third.
Minute 37 left. We trail by 3. 41-38. Lily Holmes going to check back in for the ladies in green. Checks in for Whiteman. Listen to those young lady cheerleaders over there for Lincoln.
Van Menen out, Abby out front. Lincoln all over her. Now they go to Ellie.
Ooh, watch out.
Ellie in trouble. Double team. Ellie, and a push foul on McLeod. Mesa wanted the hook.
She did. Minute 25 left with a good free throw. Go ahead.
Didn't get to go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Didn't get the call.
41-38. Good free throw shooter at the line.
I'm sure that's who they want at the line. The senior up, lefty up, and no good. Wow, hit the back of the iron.
Bobby B. Jinkster.
Lily coming out of the basketball game.
Oh, boy, that Ellie Van Menen's a good free throw shooter.
Ellie, second one up, and no good. Battle on the rebound. I think Knapp knocked it out of bounds last. She did. It's a good call.
Yeah, she knows it. Minute 24, but she's tired. That's how she missed those 2 free throws.
Everybody's tired on the floor right now. A lot of contact still going on the floor. Morton is... I thought they were going to take a timeout. I guess not. They're substituting. Boy, big-time subs. You can't keep track of the subs right now, Bob.
Well, we know Lily's come back in for Whiteman. We don't want her to pick up her 5th foul.
So here they go inbounds. Out front they go Abby. Abby going to drive in the lane, gets it to Drake. Hayes.
They're going to make this foul.
They're going to try and keep it in Ellie's hands, you can tell.
Brother.
Foul on Lily, I think. I'd foul anybody other than her.
Yep. She shook up.
Ellie. And that is Holmes' first foul and the 5th on Lincoln. So from now on, Morton shooting it.
Minute 16 on the clock.
No matter what. First one up and good. Senior nails it home, gives them a 4-point lead, 2-possession game. Bob, you don't need a 3-pointer right now. You can come down and still get a deuce.
For sure, yeah. Got a rebound on this missed free throw. Need the rebound. Keep the lead at 4.
Second one up and got them both. And Selke threw Knapp to the floor. They get it into Clark. Clark in trouble, triple teamed, in trouble, trouble, and a timeout taken by Lincoln.
43-38, the ladies trail by 5. 1:09 left for the basketball game, Jay.
1:09 to go here in the basketball game. Let's tell you about our radio sponsors here. Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln IGA, the Carpet House, Lincoln Printers, Capsil, the First State Mortgage of Bloomington. Those have been our radio sponsors all year long. We want to thank all of our sponsors here. What in the heck is going on here? Did we just have a technical foul call?
I'm not sure. I know the Carpet House has been around forever as one of our sponsors.
Oh no, we've had somebody ejected from the stands.
Corey Farmer pleaded to the officials and then to the security. One of the fans here getting out of line, and they're sending him on his way. If you walk out of here, you're all right. If they got to put the cuffs on you, you're never coming back.
Nope. Somebody was ejected here. Maybe now we know why they have all these security guards.
Yeah, especially in a game like this, there's always going to be some yo-yo that's going to get out of control.
Yeah, there's always somebody. And, hey, we don't need that here. We don't need it anywhere.
Minute 9 left for the game. 43-38. But it's going to be our ladies with the basketball.
They'll have it on the sideline near midcourt opposite side.
The ladies in green from Lincoln.
Down 43-38, minute 9 to go here in the basketball game. Again, Morton is in the extra bonus, so they'll be shooting 2 shots no matter what. Mia looking to the sidelines for the play. Out front, Grace. Can't spend too much time out here looking for a play. They go to Clark. They're looking for Clark in the corner. Grace going to drive it in. Grace to Mia. Don't need the 3. Can get a deuce here. Clark going to drive it in. Goes down the lane. Tapped away.
Good hustle
Knapp to basketball. Knapp throws it up. No good. Clark up and good. 43-40. 45 seconds to go. Lincoln needs to get up on them. They go to Abby Van Menen. Abby cross court.
No. Oh, good job there.
Gets it to Selke. Selke, ball tapped away. Oh, and they get the basketball. Ellie Van Menen out front. She's not going to give it up, I can't imagine. She's going to dribble it through. Lincoln needs to foul. And the foul is committed. I think it's on Grace Schneider.
25.6 seconds left. We trail it by 3. And Van Menen going to the free throw line. She hit her last 2, but she actually missed 2 before that. You can't make them all.
So here we go, up and good.
Got to get the rebound here. 44-40.
Two-possession game, that makes it more difficult. Second one, the senior at the free throw line. Up and got them both. 25.6 on the clock, and a timeout taken by Morton here. It will be a full timeout. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the remaining 25.6 seconds.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Lady Railer basketball is brought to you by First National Bank in Tremont. First National Bank in Tremont is here to grow with you. Check out the wide variety of products and services at tremontbank.com. Equal housing lender, FDIC insured.
West Lincoln boys not faring very well in their state championship game tonight. Lincoln really in some trouble here, and a foul in the backcourt. Probably a smart foul by Morton. They got him to give.
That's true. 23 seconds left. We trail by 5, 45-40. Got to get a quick bucket if we can.
McLeod inbounds to Whiteman, back to Mesa. Mesa, nearly traveled the basketball. Grace has got to move, Grace. Don't have that much time. Grace got fouled out front by Georgia Farrell, I believe. She's in the basketball game for the first time.
16 seconds left for the game. Timeout, Lincoln.
And Lincoln will take a timeout here, and I believe it will be a full timeout. So let's send it back to the WLCN studios for another quick message. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back with the remainder of this one.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball is brought to you by
Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates of
Back here at the Lions Den, Lincoln will have the basketball underneath their own basket. Bob, let's see what they get out of the inbounds play. It would be nice to have a 3, but a 2 would do just as well. But you're going to have to foul Morton quickly and put him back at the free throw line, or get a turnover on the inbounds play. Schneider to inbound. They go in the corner. Clark. Morton defended it very well. Grace in trouble. Gets it to Piper. 15-footer up. No good. Air ball. Mesa tries to save it. Didn't get it saved. And with 12.5 seconds to go, Morton will have the basketball and a 5-point lead.
Holmes checks back in for the Lady Rail Splitters. That was a catch and shoot there by Piper. Just came up a little bit short. Here we go, full court pressure. Ladies, I imagine they'll foul right away.
Abby to inbounds to Ellie. And again, that's who you'd want to have the hands on the basketball. Senior leadership, and she's nailing them at the free throw line. She's a heck of a basketball player. And Becker going to substitute again.
Van Meenen's hit 4 in a row. She's 6 out of 8 from the free throw line.
Piper going to come back in the basketball game for Lincoln. And in and out and in, and it went home. 46-40 is the lead.
Whiteman back in. Checks in for Lily.
Van Meenen, Ellie Van Meenen at the free throw line with the second of 2.
She's a senior.
11 seconds on the clock, and 47-40. It's a 3-possession game. They're pressing in the backcourt. Schneider up the floor. Schneider with Laufenberg all over her, and Laufenberg's going to get called for the foul.
So Van Meenen made both of those free throws.
Yep.
Going to be Lincoln's basketball one more time. 6.7 seconds left on the clock.
Lincoln down 7. Whiteman looking to inbound the basketball on the sideline. Piper to inbounds. Looking for somebody. They get to Mack. Mack tried to bounce pass. Ball knocked away. Farrell's got it, and that's probably going to do it. And a foul in the backcourt. Laufenberg got fouled by Schneider, I believe.
And they take the long walk with 1.2 seconds remaining.
Long walk to the other end. Julia Laufenberg going to go to the free throw line. Foul was on Grace Schneider. That is her 4th, but with 1.2 seconds on the clock, Bob, it's moot. Morton's going to win this basketball game and win the regional championship. Up and good. And again, we can't fault the play of anybody out there on the floor. This has been a hard-fought, this has been one of the hardest-fought basketball games, Bob, I think I've ever seen. Second one up, no good. Rebound on the floor. Whiteman's not going to get a shot off, and Morton will win a regional championship. And you can see the emotion on the Lady Railers' faces as there's a lot of tears being shed on the bench over here. They put a lot of effort into this. Both teams going to shake hands at half court. Security on the floor. We've already had one fan ejected. Morton wins it 48-40. They win the regional championship, and Morton will move on to sectional play while Lincoln will end their season with a record of 19-13. We will send it back to the WLCN studios. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have the Grau Incorporated postgame show. You've been listening to Lady Railer basketball on 96.3 FM.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball is brought to you by
Squeaky Clean window washing, pressure washing, and gutter cleaning. You need to relax at home, not work harder. Let Squeaky Clean do the work for you so you can enjoy your house. Contact Derek Reed at 217-737-0540 to start relaxing today.
Where Morton celebrates under one of the baskets, getting their picture taken for a regional championship for the number 4 ranked girls team in the state out of the Mid-Illini Conference. They moved to 24-6, and Lincoln will drop to 19-13 after Morton wins an incredible battle here in the Lions Den by a score of 48-40. We'll give Bobby a minute to catch his breath. We'll give you some scores from around the area. Bloomington Central Catholic leads Tremont 52-41 in the girls regional championship at Bloomington Central Catholic. Peoria Notre Dame beat Canton in the regional championship at Knoxville 61-24. And we're scrolling down here looking for some of the 3A scores. Quincy Notre Dame beat Springfield tonight at Jacksonville 46-42.
Wow.
So Springfield played them very close. Quincy Notre Dame is very good, and in fact the speculation is now that because Glenwood got taken out, Quincy Notre Dame might be the team that comes out of the South in 3A. Galesburg won tonight over Dunlap by a score of 45-37. Dunlap had a good basketball team and was able to take Galesburg to an 8-point game in that regional championship. And here, Lincoln was able to play very well with Morton here tonight. Morton won the rubber game of the 3-game series by a score of 48-40. And boy, it was a struggle. It was a struggle to win that basketball game for the number 4 ranked team in the state. They played against a Lincoln team that played with about as much aggression, about as much intensity I think we've seen all year, Bob.
Yeah, the Lady Rail Splitters, they left it all out there on the floor, as you said, Jay. Great defensive game by the Lady Rail Splitters. All 6 of the players, well, the main 6 played. Gilbert played, but she did not score. But Lily Holmes had 2. Grace Schneider had 4. Mesa McLeod had 6 points. Mia Clark had 9. And then McKinley Knapp and Piper Whiteman playing in their last games as Lady Rail Splitters. McKinley Knapp had 8 points, and Piper Whiteman had 11. Piper Whiteman, she sure left it all out there on the floor. Defensively and offensively, she had some good assists, played a great game tonight. But the tears came down after it was over when she realized that we'd lost.
I think, Bob, we could tell how much we talked about intensity, but I think we could tell how much intensity was out there when you got bodies all over the floor and girls going at it. That was as physical a basketball game, Bob, as I've seen in a long, long time, whether it be boys or girls. That was a really physical game.
Yeah, a couple of body slams there. Lucky that Abby Van Meenen was able to come back, and she had to go to the locker room for a little bit. But her sister, Ellie Van Meenen, she was the MVP of the game. She had 22 points on 4 deuces, 2 threes, and 8 big free throws coming down the stretch. Those free throws were pretty much what won the game for them there. They had a foul, and they kept it in the hands of Ellie Van Meenen.
You know, Bobby, you can watch the film of this basketball game. You'll see mistakes left and right, but you can't point to one thing in this basketball game that won it for Morton or ended up losing it for Lincoln. It was a combination of things. Morton was able, Morton's bigger. They were able to knock some shots down, cause some turnovers, get to the free throw line, and make free throws when it counted. Lincoln was able to get some buckets, get some shots, get some turnovers too. They caused some turnovers themselves. You can't point to one thing that won or lost this basketball game for either team. It was a combination of things. It was team effort on both sides.
Definitely. And Lily Holmes, Grace Schneider, Mesa McLeod, Mia Clark, McKinley Knapp, Piper Whiteman, all 6 of those ladies gave it everything they had on defense. They all made great plays on defense, and that's what helped keep them in the ball game against this excellent Morton ball club.
You know, Bobby, nobody likes to lose, and even us old broadcasters, we don't like to lose either. We want to go another step on the tournament trail. But you know what? In a game like this, you walk out with your head held high because you know, as I said earlier, you left it all on the floor. I did everything I could to win this basketball game. The kids did everything they could to win this basketball game tonight. They walk out with their heads held high.
They should. We've got great coachers in Taylor Rohr and in Corey Farmer, and they do a great job with the ladies, and they showed it tonight. They played for their coaches, they played for their school, they played for the fans, and they did everything they could to try and win this basketball game.
I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and send it back to the WLCN studios. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Bobby and I will take a little bit of a breather as we wait for Coach Rohr to come up here on the Grau Incorporated postgame show. Not as much security on the floor tonight, Bobby.
No. Well, we had one guy that got thrown out.
Yeah.
We had one technical, and we had one flagrant foul.
Flagrant foul.
Not too bad.
No, well, not too bad. It was just kind of an average night here. So We'll send it back to the WLCN studios. We will take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Bob and I will have more of the Grau Incorporated postgame show. You've been listening to Lady Reeler Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly, with less downtime, and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by
Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. United Community Bank, located at 2201.
Back here at the Lions Den on the Grau Incorporated postgame show, and Corey Farmer has made his way out of the locker room and is getting consoled by his daughter Finley, who was leading the cheers over on the Lincoln side of the floor tonight. It was not to be, however, as the Lincoln Lady Railers went down to Morton in the regional championship game 48-40 to round out a 19-13 season. And Bob, you know, this has been a long season. It's been a long trek over 32 games, but this team grew quite a bit over the 32 games, and they improved a whole lot. When you figure that Morton blew them out 60-25 at their place back in November, Lincoln then beat them at Lincoln at Roy S. Anderson by a score of 52-50. And tonight here, it was literally a slugfest. It was. And it was a 48-40 game, and it really was never an 8-point game.
Yeah, what ended up being the key was both teams played great on both sides, but the player that took the game over was the senior Ellie Van Meenen. She put it on her shoulders that they were going to win that game, and in the end, we had a fouler. I was surprised when she missed those 2 free throws. I thought that was the big break for us there, but then she comes back and hits 4 in a row.
And Bobby, that's what you would expect if you're a coach. You would expect your senior to be out there leading things and put the ball in her hands. I mean, give Bob Becker credit. You put the ball in her hands and figure, hey, you're our senior. This, you want it bad enough. You'll make the shots. You'll make the plays out there, and she did. Give her credit for doing it.
And one of the players I was afraid of was Paige Selke.
Yeah.
And she didn't score in the first quarter, but she came through in the mid-quarters. She had all of her points. She had her 12 points on that backdoor play. She had 12 points there.
She was able to get loose. And, Bob, they have so many weapons out on the floor. I mean, when you think about it, all 5 of their starters can put the ball in the basket. Plus, they bring girls off the bench that are big, that can also put the ball in the basket. Hayes can shoot the basketball fairly well. Georgia Farrell didn't play much tonight. Ordinarily, she plays a little bit more than that. But when you look at the people they brought in the bench, they brought Penelope Drake, the freshman, in off the bench. She made a couple nice passes in there, running the middle of their offense against the Lincoln defense. She was able to find the cutters and get some assists out there. So really, they were 9-10 deep at the very least. They substituted very freely.
They did. When you look at the overall scoring, they had 10 free throws, but they only had 2 threes, and they were by Ellie Van Meenen. So you do the math on that, that's 12 points. You take the 12 from the 48. They scored 36 points in the paint. That's how they did it, by scoring in the paint.
When you sit and think that Abby Van Meenen is about 6'1", maybe 6'2", and we're throwing Big Mac out there at 5'9", and Mia Clark at 5'9". They are long with long arms. They're tall with long arms, and it's there's only so much you can do against size. You can't teach size. That's one thing you can't teach.
And Whiteman was down there battling in the paint. I don't know how tall she is, maybe 5'8".
5'8", if that. Yeah.
But, you got to hand it all to them. Holmes, Schneider, McLeod, Clark, Knapp, Whiteman. Unfortunately, Knapp and Whiteman playing in their last game as seniors. Of course, on the bench you had Rebecca Burge, and so 3 seniors bowing out of the Lincoln Lady Rail Splitter program tonight.
And about this. You broadcast the games for WLCN, and it was tough for Sam because he taught at the high school, so you got much closer to the kids. than you and I have just as broadcasters. But even as broadcasters, you do get kind of close to the kids, you get close to the coaches, and you feel for them because you know that this is pain. This is a pain point for them. It will go away with time, but it's still a pain point because they put forth an effort out there and lost. And I guess it's a good lesson that life is not always fair. But again, as I said, when you put that much effort into it, when you leave it all on the floor, nobody can fault you. You walk out with your head held high, and you said, I did the best I could tonight.
That's true. I see Mia out there. She's over there getting hugs along the sidelines, and she'll be back next year. But I know it's got to hurt her. Throughout the year, she and McKinley were the leading scorers for the ball club, and it's going to sting for a little while, but they'll be all right.
Taylor Rohrer is making her way over here as they start turning the lights out in here. Hopefully they'll let us do the post-game show. The Morton folks are wrapping up their post-game show, and hopefully we get to wrap up hers, and Taylor is making her way up the long trek here.
I'll let her sneak in here to my seat. I'll give her this headset.
Oh, I can give her this seat.
All right, I'm going to stand up. I've been sitting too long.
Yeah, I have been.
Final score is Morton 48 and the Lincoln Lady Rail Splitters 40. They gave it their all.
I need to stand up and give my brains a rest here.
Yeah. All right, we'll let the coach get in here. Have a seat, Coach. You deserve a seat.
Yes, please have a seat.
Yeah. Thanks for a great season, Coach.
I'd offer you a cold, frosty beverage, except I don't have one.
I don't think she's allowed to have one.
Nah, probably not either.
Maybe some water.
Go for Coca-Cola. That's my favorite drink. Nice.
Can you hear us? Okay?
Coca-Cola.
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
I saw that, we talked, this is a shame somebody had to lose this basketball game, but you have to be very proud of your girls. They left it all on the floor tonight. Everybody played very well, played very hard. The intensity, this is the most intense and physical basketball game I think I've seen in some time. Boys or girls, didn't matter. This was intense. It was physical. Everybody put it on the floor tonight.
Yeah, they did. I couldn't have asked for more from these girls. They truly gave it everything they had, and at the end of the day, that's all anybody can ever ask. I think that there was a 2-minute window where we kind of were tired and got ourselves in a little bit of a hole. But other than that, I mean, these kids, they took everything that we taught them all year, and they did great. I'm so proud of them. To me, we've talked about this before, even if you lose, but you play hard and you give it everything you have, that's a win. They won tonight because they fought through adversity and they kept going.
They did. They played every second all out.
You know me. I'm opinionated, probably too much so. And I've watched basketball for a long time. I've often thought that this is, when I sit and look at it, when you take a team like this that had very little experience coming into this season, and you coach them up to this point where they're able to take the number 4 ranked team in the state to the very end in a regional championship game, to me, that's really where you see the coaching coming in. I think you and Coach Farmer have done a wonderful job this year with this team. I mean, I don't know if coaching is ever easier, but when you have a team like you had last year with all that talent and the motivation that they had, sometimes you can just kind of get out of the way and know that, hey, they're going to go out there, they're going to do their thing. But these girls came out here with no experience, and to go from a 60-25 loss against Morton earlier in the year to beat them at our place and then turn around and take them to the limit here tonight, that shows a lot about what the girls did and what you as coaches did.
Yeah, it was a total team effort, from Coach and I, and then the girls too, because they bought in and they put in the work. You can coach and coach and coach, but if the kids aren't receptive to it, if they're not coachable, then all the coaching you do doesn't matter. So a lot of that credit goes to these kids because, we're doing what we're supposed to do as coaches, and they did what they're supposed to do as players. And that is just such a blessing to have a group of kids that are willing to put in the work and willing to get better and want to get better every day.
There was some confusion out there on the floor because of they did call a flagrant foul on Piper, didn't they? They did not call a flagrant foul on Piper.
Foul.
Just a foul. We thought they had called a flagrant foul on her.
Not to my knowledge. That's, I believe, why Coach got a technical, not our coach.
Well, no, and then Becker got the technical. We thought that they had called a flagrant. Actually, if you go back and look at the film, you might have thought it was a flagrant foul because she wrapped her up, and that went to the young lady went to the floor, and I'm glad she was not seriously hurt. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. She's a fine basketball player.
I agree. I never want to see a kid hurt ever.
But then there was confusion as they sent Ellie Van Meen into the free throw line. But then it was apparently a correctable error that they took the 2 points off the board and had the freshman shoot the free throws. Did they have to take a player off the bench to shoot the free throws?
Well, so when she came out, when she got hurt, they put a player in for her. And so when they put a player in for her, that player has to shoot her free throws. But they tried to have their best shooter shoot free throws who was already on the floor. And so I double checked with Jane, who was doing our book, and she said, no, these two are the ones that subbed in. So now because there were two that subbed in, you can't say this one was for this one was for that. It was just kind of a toss-up the coach could pick between the two. But yeah, that was the confusion because she was already on the floor, so she couldn't shoot those free throws. She didn't sub in for her.
We had a text from one of three officials who was back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, and he sent me a lengthy one finally explaining it because, of course, when you need them to help you explain stuff, they're back home at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. But we're not going to name names. You've got a good nucleus coming back for next year. Yeah. You really do, although you do have some big shoes to fill. Mac's big shoes are going to be hard to fill. And the leadership that Piper gave when she came back has been tremendous.
Absolutely. I mean, those shoes to fill are really hard. And I think that, Rebecca's shoes are hard to fill too.
Yes.
And I know she didn't see the floor a lot, but talk about a senior who sat on the bench and cheered for her teammates and was a great teammate. She was a great practice player for us. And she kept everybody's spirits up and light and that's such a positive thing to have on your bench. And was just such a good role model for everybody. And then just the ability of Piper and McKinley and who they are as people, but who they are as players is that, those are both hard roles to fill. And I think that I got to look at it as less of trying to fill those spots, but trying to just find what's going to work for the new team, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a new team. And we'll get back some kids. We'll bring in new kids, and the shift happens again.
I thought Grace played really well tonight. She handled the pressure very well. Many times she just scooted through it or scooted around it. I thought she did a great job. Mia played very well. They all played very hard. They played very tough basketball. They didn't back down from anybody or anything. And I think all of Lincoln and Logan County have got to be very proud of the effort that these girls put forth this year. A 19-13 record and playing for a regional championship. And doggone near pulled it off tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Coach, we're going to let you, we know it's an emotional night for you, but we want to thank you and Coach Farmer and the kids. We're very proud of you. We're very proud of them. We want to thank you for a great season. It's been a great ride. I'm sorry it ended tonight. It's a shame anybody had to lose this basketball game.
Me too.
Thanks for coming up and joining us on the postgame show. I know it's tough. I told Bob earlier, I love this time of year and I hate this time of year. And here's the reason I hate the time of year, because unless you make it to the final game and win the final game, your heart gets broken along the way.
Absolutely. The hardest, it's never fun to lose, but the hardest part is saying goodbye to your seniors.
Well, yeah, true. And again, I think this is one where you sit there, Bob and I talked about this. Yeah, you lost the basketball game, but you can hold your head high when you walk out and say, we did everything we could to win this ball game. We played as best we could. We took them to the very end. And yeah, we ended up losing, but we put our best effort forth.
I agree.
Thank you for joining us, Coach. We'll let you get on the bus. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
No problem. That's Taylor Rohrer on the Grau Incorporated postgame show. Bobby, anything?
Coach, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep, thanks.
Bobby, anything you want to
Thanks.
You want to add as I give Coach a hug?
Well, I'd like to thank the whole broadcast team. You know, I got to ride with you for 14 games. Coach Kerry Froby and the Hall of Famer Jan Bowers, they did games with you. I just want to thank them. And, of course, the fans, sponsors. I want to thank Jim Ash for calling me or texting me and saying, hey, do you want to do the games with Jay? And I go, oh, yeah, I like that guy. He's a good broadcaster. I think I can do the games with him.
You know, I was thinking that tonight's the night we get the Marconi Award. That's the award from the radio people for the broadcast we did. We should get a Marconi Award for this broadcast, but I want to say thank you to you because this has been fun to do it with you. Connor takes me back to the days you and Sam doing the basketball games together, and I hope that people enjoy the broadcast. They say they do.
I know they do. I see them on the streets every day. I'm a man of the streets, and there's not a day goes by somebody comes up to me that I don't even know, and they say thank you for the broadcast.
Hey, we need to thank our buddy over here. Illinois State University student Connor Shaw makes a trip every game. He does our video. He does our on-site producing, engineering. It's not always easy. And we want to thank Connor Shaw for showing up. He is one of the most reliable people you'll ever know. He's a good kid. He's a good worker. And once you may not be able to graduate. I don't think we're going to let you graduate. We need you here.
I'm trying to talk him into broadcasting himself.
I don't think he'll do that, but I think he likes doing the camera work.
Yeah, I think his girlfriend thinks he can broadcast.
Well, maybe she does, but I'm telling you, hey, camera work, I'll tell you what, a good camera guy makes a chunk of money. I've got a buddy of mine who got into camera work, and he does it for NASCAR.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he does.
Exciting.
Yes, it is exciting. And here comes Big Mac. I think she's coming up here looking for a hug, and I'll be happy to give her one. Hey, let's grab her on the radio.
Let's do it and let her do a Kim McEwen.
Come on.
Hey, put that headset on.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we love you, kid. We're very proud of you and all the girls, and you make sure you relay that to them. We're very proud of all of you. You get to walk out of here with your head held high because you guys laid it all on the floor tonight. We appreciate the effort you put forth. Yeah, you came up a little bit short, but you're against the number 4 ranked team. I know it's tough for you as a senior, but thank you very much for the ride. You've done a wonderful job this year, kid.
Thanks. It's been fun.
So, do you have a spring sport you play? Is soccer a spring sport at Lincoln?
Yeah.
So you got to get ready for soccer now.
Yeah, me and Reba both do.
So you and Reba are going to play soccer.
And then Lily and a couple others play softball.
Hopefully you're not playing it outside right now because the soccer ball be froze.
We start outside practice March 4th.
So you start outside practice March the 4th. And hey, who knows what you guys can do in soccer?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can make it far. Maybe you guys can make it far in soccer.
So what position you play?
Yeah.
It depends. Last year I was on defense, but this year they said I could play offense.
Oh, yeah, you want to score goals. Okay.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what, kiddo. You may have a future in the WWF as a lady wrestler. After what we saw tonight, you may have a future there. You and Piper could be a tag team.
Oh, yeah. We were trying to box them out, and we just weren't getting the calls.
Well, to be fair, the taller Van Meenen girl was just bulling her way. She gets to catch the ball down low, and she just bull her way in the lane. And, there was a lot of contact going on down there, and obviously the officials were not going to call it. So, but it was an interesting. I told Bob it was the most physical basketball game I've seen in a long, long time, and it was a girls' basketball game to boot.
A lot more physical than the last 2 times.
All right, sweetie.
So, hey, where are you going next year?
Not sure.
She doesn't know.
Okay, hey, that's good.
She's a free agent. She doesn't know. Sweetie, I'll tell you what, we're going to give you a hug because I know they're wanting to get on the bus and they're wanting us to get out of here. Thanks for the wild ride. We love you, kid.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome, kiddo. You did good.
Thanks for coming up.
Yep, thanks for coming up, Mac. McKinley Knapp on the post-game show. As you can tell, the emotion from the senior. And, I guess it's time to close this one out. Bobby closes the 2024-25 season out.
Let's give that scoring one more time for the Lady Rail Splitters. It was Lily Holmes with 2 points. Grace Schneider had 4. Mason McLeod had 6 points. Mia Clark had 9. And in their last games for the Lady Rail Splitters, McKinley Knapp had 8 points, and Piper Whiteman led the ladies with 11 points.
So for Connor Shaw doing the camera work here, for my broadcast partner Bobby V, for Claudette running the board expertly back at the studio, Lloyd Kirby, social media and marketing manager, Jim Ash, station manager. Thanks again to all you sponsors. Please come back for next season because we got a good nucleus coming back. This is going to be a good basketball team again next year. We got a good coaching staff as well. It's been stable now for 12, 13 years on the sideline, and that stability aids your program, Bobby. For everybody, thank you. Thank you to all of our loyal listeners and watchers.
Thanks for letting me ride shotgun with you.
Hey, I love having you ride shotgun. You and Jan and Carrie, I've had the best of all the worlds here on the WLCN broadcast. So for everybody, it's Jay Harden signing off. Lincoln goes down 48-40 in the regional championship game. Until next year, and you will have a broadcast tomorrow night from Champaign as the boys are in action. Kirby, Comnick, and Kirby calling the action from Champaign. And don't forget, the boys have a postseason as well. Good night, and thank you for listening.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's live video stream coverage is made possible by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to growinc.com. Squeaky Clean window washing, pressure washing, and gutter cleaning. You need to relax at home, not work harder. Let Squeaky Clean do the work for you so you can enjoy your house. Contact Derek Reed at 217-737-0540 to start relaxing today. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. For a free estimate or for more information, call 217-732-9734. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 101 and a half South Kickapoo Street, Suite 6 in Lincoln. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of Lincoln Lady Railer basketball for over 50 years. LCHS Lady Railer basketball alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a Railer, always a Railer. Lincoln Heating and Cooling, located at 1716 Tremont Street in Lincoln.